Oh, how?
Oh, no crap. When you tell them the truth, they don't like it. When you tell Madrid fans the truth, they don't like it. What catch them said, Ukrainian, on the catch us, oh, when you tell them the truth, the team looks so perfect for them. Omo the Champions League more than anybody. Into Omo team, no, it looks so perfect to a certain extent. Say, they don't even think so. Omo team, there's a slightest mistake around them. But I know TA. See, I show I want to share them out. It is over bonte now be the chinye. Na keka di office so pasha them one house usu. A foot to such nipa. I just say sorry. The Valencia lost nearby and not a bobo. How many times na Real Madrid are conceded? They concede so much.
Especially this season.
Oh, yeah, dear. Oh, say I call 80th minute, 90th minute. Yeah, dear, Baba show. And now the 90th minute in this Valencia show 2-1. We can have a distinct discussion around Real Madrid's quest to win trophies this season. And a bit me as well having another discussion on Real Madrid, almost style of play, almost weaknesses. Any ideas on one here? A bit me how in their quest to win major trophies this season. As now for the best race. Na me no Madrid asem na nkasa no chena mabeka because set piece anyhow I will consider goals no Arsenal will be laughing. Me can say Arsenal about ko share Real Madrid o Medi can sound the first warning bi ama Madrid for na trouble me na Arsenal crowd o muntimi nya hwe fentia Madrid o mo trouble me from 30 to 33 me ma ye din ye hwe do game no be ko o chena will be here. I will be here. Nyame Adoma will come and preview the game. That is the little I can see about the Madrid game. Omu league no, the omu ye no, omu koso antwaso. Ewie no, and a betcha about tomorrow will be here. Baby, I'm a major concern one nepa. The English Premier League. The English Premier League, you know, and slot a Jumano fancy. Let me say next season a Jumane be dinner change this season.
Oh how?
Shadie. Your concentration was say Liverpool be replace Trent Arnold. Your concentration was to say Liverpool. Say Virgil van Dijk extending the contract now. They will find a way and get somebody in. I don't know about Virgil van Dijk and I. There is another discussion we also have around Mohamed Salah. But luckily, OTA stories are wired within the last 1 week. And no one come out wedding in Nana. A Chelsea Mohamed Salah, they are very likely to be renewed at the Liverpool,
yes,
which is a plus for Liverpool. But Medi can't state the reason why in Tia Mimijitum ye say Trent Arnold no free Liverpool acquire the combination between Mo Salah and Trent Arnold no one particular piece was a Liverpool for ye because it told be a obini obi boa come first to bring the best out of the other no very important. But no, after game ne kosu ni nyina ne adade na me hade say one player ba ko pa Liverpool so also mo hwe ho pa ye pa no Robertson fancy he's declining.
No sir, Robertson quite say ya can for weeks
31 years he's declining.
On call national camp Scotland now no ya break and ko interview say well ya what say a link left backs people no do so stay no be ball benya ne position ya dia ono wa gitum say club ne left back.
And the issue is Chimikas ntimi into Robertson. Even though Robertson no can pull back from that is it. Even though Robertson no can pull back from no Chimikas no ain't me. I don't know a club a building or Liverpool no. Unless say Ancelotti decides to change from that particular way. And then a club a building Liverpool team no on. Club a building Liverpool team no on the fullbacks and then the wingers. It is Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Andrew Robertson, and Alexander Trent Arnold. So creativity, a lot of things needed to come from the wings, especially with the fullbacks. It's a very season, not Trent Arnold I assist baby. Now Robertson I assist baby. Then Salah will also do a lot of assist. Then Sadio Mane will also do a lot of assist. Unless Slot Cassidy say boy no, may rely so much on fullbacks for creativity. But someone relies so much on fullbacks for creativity. Oh, best player also boy as a winger. It's Mohamed Salah no so one rely on your fullbacks now. One now expect some creative chances and answer Omuni Salah link up or wings in the sofa go nimra. So if Mo Salah is staying, then Liverpool will be forced to maintain whatever club did. Then slot will be or the attach and not the attach. And yes, sir, they can't forgo. Say be I catch him say latras in the 2 and 3 no. Young fire during the crank ho. Ye to watch baby and I say a 1 year priority or more bachelor or more. If Salah is staying, fancy it will be very important for them to look at that. Another thing, Van Dijk, the diagonal passes, how or transition from defense to attack with one pass. Sanyo mana away in so no so tna opportunity or bobo na ko diagonal this year one obehwe no. Either Salah or even Luis Diaz. And I say fullbacks no say wingers no kwampo bamu a fullbacks no mbo overlap no. E ho na say passes ni yedey. Eko. So very important. The speed is what the entries into penalty box is what and then now look at the basic errors he was doing.
Van Dijk.
Only Robertson, nah. Look at the basic mistakes. Meno, Eyobi and Kambeka, yes, we can be actually Premier League in competitors, Papa Bian Muntia. The last 4 games, no. Any other team behind Liverpool are catching up. Sure. Liverpool ending no more this season. They need to be very careful. But I do also many June Arsenal and they do much. PSG outplayed Liverpool. Newcastle outplayed Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. 1.3. And the DJ. She blow play and Sana Everton. We better crash a go at the offside. Van Dijk no we are say tam. Now Fulham game no. So the last 4 games of Liverpool totally looks unconvincing. And they be a make season ube bibia squad depth in terms of quality. Your coaching and consistency are very key. Arsenal ne di omachi. KCTB na soja. The other time Liverpool fans na catch the Okroma say. Ana me yase me wo fa ni Okroma say. Catch the say, "Man you to what so fourth ni na say teams from go say na nya dey tell about you be fourth ni bi." Me wo fa say way. But you look at the Premier League table, you look at the results, any the free move bana fancy. Oh, the next match is Kwampo Mumiru nyina e bono Arsenal and Liverpool nyina kra be bona. The next fixtures no be boni nyina na Liverpool kra no betima find the way out of it. What I say, but Arsenal no dey chire no. But Arsenal no dey chire no na.
As a conversation about say Liverpool eje Premier League inti Roy King nyina some weeks back. Maybe say ofu say said it was sanka how competitive it was this season yen because City ni ho Arsenal ni ho Chelsea ni ho Man U ni ho nti abe smooth run or no full said this season no obia ma Liverpool competition but
the fact of the matter is opportunity meets someone our prepared let's not take anything away from Liverpool more moon no. Whatever Liverpool is doing, they work their way around it. We are only talking about form no in the latter days of the season, which we barely feel say results and then your man performance is no more than it. Ka omu team bia or hard dream and kedi omochia. I think they will be really frustrated with the kind of results and performances so than in the last few games. And then the Bema next season going in no Ebema slot adwuma na so bia bia ne say na beko say na beba replacement within the team in terms of players or more say ubenya quality bench how betimi dia about 4 competitions because ubebo Champions League ubebo Carabao ubebo the FA Cup then you be playing in the UEFA Champions League or even the league itself ni no it's a honor na ubehunu say bia wo chicho players ni man say wo ye there the quality will be very important for Liverpool in terms of omo start omo move free team ni ma come replacement eba anyhow Liverpool ebetima maintaining that particular teams no and they are successful throughout the season it's very important me heard Chelsea any Todd Bowley any omuju medie na ekoso na hwe fancy hwe that this is one owner and I say owners are omu 2 or 3 projects but bako so frustration wo ho because you watch Strasbourg the whole of 2025 Strasbourg and Lusu league game they've not lost a single league game now show the kind of results be Strasbourg for no kofa de be fie na our way na then you wonder say project way there as have been project way man for hope said there be Todd Bowley mu no mudwuma no mudi na ye but the other one keeps on frustrating them the whole England France branch ni there ye France branch ne the resource ni koye but ube pm or London branch ne one asem ni nyina but fancy the difference between the two expectation you did kind of know because the expectation at Strasbourg is totally different from the expectation at Chelsea.
That is the French league.
That is the French league. Number two, the environment that has been created and the culture. Strasbourg environment in the culture no. I say baby a would do abana or they share from no. So the abana ko share baby any kwanse would do na. Na koton kasa nka se mu a emfifi da. But se to as a personal as a pano timi di so good so na timi fifi. E mani timi so aba. The environment and the culture na was Strasbourg no is so smooth. Meaning say almost supporters ni kasa ye but e ho no media ben e ko discuss Strasbourg. And in the dressing room no when a ben pa na also munya no dressing room because Strasbourg e be your beji French league there be the environment, the culture and expectation is totally different from the one in England. In England, the environment and the culture is already spoiled because in the dressing room, it be a 120 million euros, it be 100 million pounds, it be a say, and within that particular dressing room, and most of these players also speak to the media. No afraid to the yeah, my man say so dressing room. So the culture and environment is really that poor, and the expectation at Chelsea is totally different. Because our Chelsea no also to me BBDC now so but Enzo Maresca Juma now what Chelsea no so no fancy next season no mutimi fa win league. If Chelsea wants to really win a trophy then fa we more any trophy. You can't begin so well in your first part of the season then the second part of the season you go off. It's totally no season and kasa episode GBB you generally the second half of the season. You the first part of the season. The first part of the season, but the second part of the season, no. So when to me and squeezy results be here and there, fancy what subeti and then now you watch the game and you understand. You ask yourself, "Dear Chelsea here, Moko Boleja was so no bench first team players. Me a bon kunku. Meanwhile, the top 4 race. No, I wonder
that about.
Meanwhile, the top 4 race, no. I say emu ya thing. Share the points gap between Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Emunu is down what bebrebe no abeka say. So the slightest no Chelsea fixtures no about Premier League in there. It will be kwaba because the Conference League does not qualify you for the Champions League. Obeto so 4th and Obeto so 5th and be qualify for the Champions League. Where Chelsea fixtures in terms of the Premier League, if you game for a Fulham game na win thing. Chelsea Everton, Agre David Moyes. Chelsea boy Everton we obo hin. Obo Liverpool. Obo Liverpool we okwa away to win. And some of the fie to win. And some akobo away to hin.
Nottingham. Enye nkwada matches so.
In between European games so ho.
Tough games.
And then and draw no boy was so unnecessary. Because second half no ye changes they Kopama. Mobile mu game necessary ye kra. Oni Nicolas Jackson. Because Ledger was one and kobo.
These are some of the reasons that sometimes a sake manager Meyana and Hame. Because I say the ball is in your court. These results and Obio who line up in the
Fancy, like. I strongly believe say Enzo Maresca doesn't have the courage to coach Chelsea. You can be a very good manager. You bet my your system, you bet my your tactics here, but only confidence or whatever you are doing more, you can never be successful. Let me say interestingly, Enra, Liverpool is getting closer and closer to the Premier League title. Now, this will be the 20th Premier League title at Liverpool. Ebeje. That means say Omone Manchester United in Naba. The competitive nature of the Premier League, no matter who someone for raise the questions about it, especially looking at how our SCT. Dodona Ojidi say 13 points gap there. Omonya sure say a serious issue be abeka say league near very competitive and I say obi chase you be an a title race. Title race assembly ni has yentimi ni san komo no wa, which I agree with them. And Medi can commend a Juma and slot aba Liverpool aba beye. Anya bo Mohamed Salah so abaso. ɛwɔ n'adwuma aba bɛyɛ no wɔ Liverpool. But I think how Liverpool are, any the mental toughness or media room, no, they came from a place where nobody saw anything.
Yeah.
And Omotimi at the Ababeji League, you know. Can this raise questions about the level of competition in the Premier League? Moana Liverpool, not omu exceptional, and omudia do level, no mudia do Babeji League, nana. Team we nankasano, what is to the last time Liverpool edged the Premier League in Hona, we better than them, ana. Fancy. Obeha Jurgen Klopp team or the Liverpool. And our Jurgen Klopp Liverpool team or Muji League, and now the two side team we won. I believe this team is more complete than Jurgen Klopp team nor the G the league, Yes. This team is more complete. A chain team now Jurgen Klopp at the G League, The team America say this team is complete chain Jurgen Klopp team nor the G League in the Gina say. In terms of almost system, it is not about 3 players, 4 players, but it's a system that brings the best out of any individual. And put you on the ground because of her and Gravenberch, no her McAllister. This double pivot, not a month for Enzo the Naba. Enzo by and now man for him say Enzo Babe solve the solution, or Babe solve the problem. They are Liverpool, but Enzo ne buy do na who say as an aggressive star now or the ball, not on them ball Liverpool whenever they are in possession. It is a counter attacking na game pressing now pressing be near pass to which you know akwakofa ball no dey akwakoto net. But fancy, we share the double pivot of Ryan Gravenberch and McAllister. They offer you more than aggression. They offer you more than tackling, and they offer you more than interception. These two guys control the game. These two guys create. And Omutimi turn Liverpool from being a defensive team to even an attacking team within a trickle of an eye. Omo wani ne ndane no. Not these players not done Liverpool defense need to attack with just one move. And Omo play a massive role in how Liverpool are dominating league in this particular time around. And Omo me no, I heard Gigi Van Aadu and I heard Fabinho in that particular midfield for Liverpool. But these two gives you two different or two distinct things and more mudemu sonko. Say baby Liverpool jina say the who hope some bit match the quadruple. Who hopes Scramble say Liverpool beat the treble because you see you don't even know how to beat them, and they will always find ways and means to beat you. And then strikers ni be midfielders ni be Breno. There was Ryan Gravenberch in that particular midfield controlling the game, and there was McAllister in that particular midfield giving you that particular goal. Fancy, I have watched teams with good defensive midfielders or partnerships in the Premier League history. Ya Rebia Hunu said you be money more city tier. Ya Baba have Frank Lampard and Mike Lacian at some point in time. Even Claude McLeary and McLeary and Baba Bobby in the English Premier League and the quality of Modiamaye. Ya Baba have Rodri and John Stones in the Premier League. Abraham Mobo under Pep Guardiola and the quality of Modiamaye in the league. Fancy, Yababa share the likes of Eroy Kimu Dana Manchester United in history in terms of midfield or more quality or more dynasty. Our moody teams in Aqua G League in the DSC Monaso, Danny Drinkwater, and in Wolo Conte in that particular midfield for Leicester City. We saw how I know Musiti here, but these two midfielders are something different from what most of these midfielders know at the Amaye. Oya Makelele and Mike Lacy are aggressive, tackling, interception, they are there. Osha Rodri tackling, interception, controlling, he's there. And there's John Stones who's attached to him. Tackling, interception. Then what about Manchester United, Roy Keane, tackling, line breaking passes. But these two, no, a controlling game, no. A young you may be beyond almost have created chances. As I saw the ball Liverpool team, me assure the season in Connery, no, Yababo Mabaso. And me assure say Adibiana. Onslaught ababe England biano ebe na ho nebe the standard I will measure Liverpool with. They are heading towards the 20th league title and I'm so happy for them. So omubeti makwakoji.
I didn't Arsenal for no team free.
Arsenal for ne break because say you see fancy I don't know Mikel Arteta team city no. They be a make say the kind of players they signed and the results they are getting there is no difference. And the approach no mudi come into the season the difference be any. Arsenal duaba no mudi aye no ho aba no mote no. Arsenal duaba no mudi aye no ho aba ana mote no. Quality wise me say yemfa Gabriel Martinelli mfa ninja league yemfa Kai Havertz NG league woni nko ada Bukayo Saka so Bukayo Saka ni prade na ba ebiem and baby asaso ye me wan ye say Arsenal de ba kwa no rely on pie set piece ni nipa ana otaibo set piece ni na Bukayo Saka Okoye no omo set piece ni nyina na say delivery ni instead match whatever Bukayo Saka was giving them. And Akoye say utu abasani free team ni you have problems. Utu we free and you have problems. As compared to other league winners are. Say utu obi di na free mo a e bia be din say nipa kro no ne ho betimi ache ni bebre. And they always find a way to make sure so omu team mentally they are ready for it. Arsenal elusu league not against Nottingham Forest. Arsenal lost the league against West Ham with the kind of decisions they took into the match. Any other in the January transfer window. Oh, compete Liverpool. Liverpool now when they compete for league in the Fancy Di Maria. The top scorer and wine Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah more how many goals? Because here January transfer window now Mohamed Salah hit the 20 goal mark. So hitting the 20 goal marker, that means I also unya an attacker obetima compete Mohamed Salah. Because who ni Ellen Haaland. Man City na Ellen Haaland, but Man City a Lucy and you might be an more distinct among other teams in the Premier League, which is controlling of games and having a defensive midfielder who also became a creator in the shape of Rodri, key player for them. And on much so no more said and not consistent because and now Nathan Akeni Ruben Dias nebo. Ochina John Stones no before from nebo. It is only Manchester City a children no move if you man na omo lucky quality. It on money one almost goes to do a say crana or team compete Liverpool. But who Arsenal watch the honor na who defensive partnership be a and what thing so because who Gabriel Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are fancy. Adia me ya pa na say Arsenal be masa two players we e be free the Premier League no na obi dey ever be compare mu to other players almost we match the Premier League da. We match the da. But I can tell you for a fact open defensive partnership in the Premier League is solid pa. Bako Gabriel Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Fancy, they've been consistent for Arsenal.
Yeah.
It may be Arsenal. What's on with money? So what's our declaration now? Be capable. That means we are sorted. And show we are sorted. But when they move on, there was some Katimidi Juma. So I was surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, Arsenal fans say, oh, they be now the other time Arsenal, and they be other on Arsenal. And Arsenal, they be assembling that one more for assembling to baby.
And dear Bako Crown, so I worry, and he say. No more summer business anymore. No more for Calafiori.
No more for Calafiori in the Euros. In the Euros.
But Oman go for attacker. Okay. I money to have it so because what the Champions League. And Jesus Susan be now form be was a preseason, you know. Now so one striker summer. What of winter? At least
because Arsenal team they create chances. Whoever says they don't create chances is a lie. Arsenal create chances power. But who is going to be at the end of these chances? Arsenal now cost almost solve the Premier League title. And they shouldn't be blaming Liverpool. Liverpool knew baby a normal problem and they found a solution to it.
Maybe say Raheem Sterling crying be our preferred winger number 9 for now. Say be in emergency cases. Sterling, Mikel Merino in such games one also born a force night because he's been there.
Premier League
Sterling na bo
experience for Premier League
up roll now person wabobida so I didn't know prefer Mikel Merino to Sterling e wa bra wo not na
ateta
shark wo de ko aka so nan kama me Nuno Espirito Santo enra anopana me beye wo sports bite or say na here because you know say Nottingham bought 5 back 3 central defenders then the right and left full backs I don't say now here say obey the numbers because Arsenal and boss striker to about 4 flat.
Only the mama who say Arsenal from penny for near that perform can be no more lose league. Newton.
For instance, and Madrid game no. Vinicius and Hendrick in a lead line against Sociedad.
Yes.
So Arsenal and Sterling and Mikel to be lead line against Forest. Sterling and Rusa. Hendrick and Raboya or ball against Sociedad on Vinicius and Eboy. So Sterling and Drusa.
You see, Mikel Arteta this season, I don't know Nipo 2-4. Any Adrian de Bar the league in him. He became too conservative and pragmatic towards the approach. Last season, now Arsenal attacking more than this. Now Arsenal controlling games create a lot of chances. True. But this season, no, as the team say, man, shawa me my own sheme.
And a draw.
No, man, I me pragmatic. Game ne shada nyefe. Yem create chances be show one kwampa so better party no me no de enye. It's I want it three mama or taking the risk of playing 2 attackers. Once or no strikers in a piano, he was not ready to do that. I don't know why you're fifteen pampe or TV one game or part home or declare home Osawa Jogino wom. It is all of this midfield. No, Sandy Mikel Merino ni Martin Odegaard swaba be shame. And this is where the problem comes in. And I don't know the type of number 10 so I don't know pay. Maybe the other person say.
Yentie no dia no. Akomia not to catch you but yentie anopa me de buy.
And you played with a 5 that day, and you changed and play recently the 7-0 against Brighton, and you played with a 5 that day, and you changed. And today I wondered, okay, will you go with it? But you went with a 4. What was the reason for that? Did you need more bodies in the midfield area today? Because I know you went to a 5 with
so
you created it a different way.
Yeah, but as Arsenal doesn't have a striker, so Merino playing in that position, there's no need to an extra body. So the overload will be in the midfield, so it drops. It's about containing the midfield.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So bad the more bodies our throw. If you know so miam. That is a spirit of Miza.
You see, no spirit of some now can head why Chris Wood. Oba and a crana Chris Wood could be any so bimbo, but said maybe do can watch a call Elanga and a column hot snowdoy. Or you should use 2 players. Ateta my team na so much robotic to a certain sense. As you to 2 Mabasania control your Mujina Hafa. You see, City went into the market, they wanted the centre forward. Omoko farm my Mamouche. City went in for Mamouche.
No crying is
no, Ireland Haaland or Ho. Oko in for Mamouche. Which personally I believe some Mamouche no kwampuso by Arsenal.
It was January.
It was January. Mamouche no kwabet ma goals. Because our boss centre forward Man City amia hunu ni capabilities ni na dwuma betima ye. Arsenal also create chances. Edu Gaspar mun komo mu didi ye ne de tato nyina na fancy Liverpool kwampo to be omo with a natural striker. Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo.
You can't say Luis Diaz.
Zoboslai.
Diogo Jota.
Peking no dano omo natural striker no otuo center forward ankasa
otuo what you say but omo good finishers in the team me say Martinelli onye good finisher Sterling onye good finisher one name Sterling the otimi here Sterling obetima nya empty net kwa no agba to atwene Bukayo Saka now you can literally not buy a center forward but you can buy an attacker or elite Obama goes. Me, I was even expecting that Arsenal would have come in for Marcus Rashford. Obinimi bedi echinye, but Marcus Rashford would have done a better job for Arsenal than even most of these players at Arsenal. Now money do almost so much form. Now Aston Villa picks Marcus Rashford on loan.
Yeah, Obo.
Aston Villa say for Marcus
Rashford as man me say okay. Mechanism abeye say transfer market ni be na Mikel on so one manager no per Rashford power because no mo full say Rashford be under Tatum so besenya
Rashford ko beti ma so to mo center because Rashford is a better goal scorer than Arsenal forwards no Google no Rashford is a better goal scorer anko menya na so mfa so but ma fa league no afri omo sa it doesn't mean Liverpool did not do their things well. Okay. Liverpool atoto omo nyoma ye omo a proper balanced team omo a very good coach on the focus ni so obey na dwuma only time for theater sembia so wa begina no obey gimmicks ababe there be the quality is there and Liverpool team we no on say that hunu weakness e wo omo team nim na no omo see low block Liverpool team montia low block but they found a solution to low block omo use one Zoboslai omo use Zoboslai omo use Cody Gakpo at the far post. It was the day headroom maybe na Liverpool type ball crosses na far post na Cody Gakpo abepema she because opponents no mo low blocker omo yiri fifi wo bebre and no so no mo set me kwatena chire opponents no benya vim say o Bobby wo be possess ball na Mohamed Salah waties we counter attack only Chelsea and the second best XG in terms of counter breaks or fast breaks than Liverpool this season. Yeah. And not checking Liverpool number of goals now. This season Liverpool crumple about less shots per 90 minutes than last season. Yes, but last clinical. Last season, Liverpool averaged 20.8 shots per every single 90 minutes. This season is 16.3. But Onya obesho. Onya enya fino derby. They know why they are playing the game. 1, 2, 3. A turn now so. Shame no go azobos la sheye. Almost said that goal no two goals ni na the same style. Cut back. Zoboslai. Sound zone pa. Another cutback, Mohamed Salah, South Zone, McAllister, pa. Eye training na juma. Now no new team be chere kwa mo fa so share corner kick no. Eye training na juma. Liverpool, they've prepared well for this season. And almost our players are more experienced, our Magic League ni bida. Or more blanco than or more free team, and they have so much respect for Alisson. They have so much respect for Virgil van Dijk, and they have so much respect. And Pennyfono more team na step up. Arsenal team in Pennyfono more money and wine. Jorginho was step up and and Pennyfono what team money and wine. David Ryan on a penny. Why they are what league no do saying our best step up.
Declan Rice crown.
Declan Rice is step up saying. But her Liverpool team no DG league no one will step up who league no more.
I think back no crown on Shedanya Bimbono. Under club.
But her or Magic League next year, Monaso so Mobono. Alisson.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk. Mohamed Salah. Experience players. Tamana City League no. Omo sorry Juno Monaso Boa City League Nibia. On the second part of the season in City League no.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne free injury by.
Yeah.
Or Bayern or Beji team this season also. Also what do I be a Kevin De Bruyne Fabon and Echo and there was Ike Gandoan.
Say with Arsenal, they never bad that story since, but with Arsenal, you know, I say some few months back, Obia said in the race, he say Arsenal, they now quite set pieces, and also more passive born process, say quantum there could be a right, either the right or left, no more swing, born up a box, no more premache. Now, say, I know to me if I go my own Arsenal any other option, and I am pencil. So we are cross because we share not an former central defenders and so Murillo num and a guys I can win to me and fancy gola. There's a queen being on Mass never so they should go. Liverpool do league in the magic. Oh, Liverpool need the league in the magic. But the mass slots a Jumana make us say or mutim wene who chain Klopp dieno. Hey say this is a Liverpool team. They are not creating chances a Bruce Bibri, but they are being clinical. They are consistent. And I don't know we will league in no. Or Matty or Moho, they are so different from as a team here to me compete or more. From defense to the front line. This team doesn't exhibit weakness. Team when no weakness won't be brew. Because Alexander Trent Arnold and like Jurgen Klopp, open so Liverpool be a target war. But team when no Alexander Trent Arnold now won't do penalty box now could not take now. Yeah.
Only game my mom who's somewhere too good. Hey, one person who's a Liverpool team when they exceptionally good at because Fulham 10 against 11. Liverpool ni Fulham 10 against 11 no. Monko has game no.
And that game Kranan commit me say win game no.
On missing games be one man. Liverpool would have lost or drew. For example, under Klopp, Liverpool knew Wolverhampton Wanderers. So game ne be 2-1 get into the latter minutes. Liverpool be lose or be draw sa game no. Against Fulham 10 against 11, Liverpool will lose. Against Manchester United 2-2 no. Liverpool would have lost that game.
Slots in game management.
Slots in game management no. Untimi sia no kwan. Utu abasa ene on say yebeko season end na man for question adena endo nya bimbo adena endo nya bimbo adentina endo nya bimbo afina endo time na so eno 70th minute no de endo bam. Hwaduma endo be. And Slot will always have a different solution to any problem within this Liverpool team. Messina man for low block Liverpool team montia low block. Say Liverpool na do the low block ne bo be sure be 3. Amman for Liverpool team counter omun team press almost so mo a on be do juma. This is a Liverpool team that is adaptive to every single opponent. Opponent near wine. This Liverpool team adapts so well. Messi Omone Paris Saint-Germain, you would understand the entire say Anslot. He's a tactical genius we've always been speaking about. And in the Jumana Odin, he could only make them better. One sign by signing, fashion trim. Anslot by the only signing of Frederico case or no Omobi. Gravenberg no your team bimbo. If you want to see a good team or a good coach, look at the Obeto or money they were improve your omo. No Moses Zobos lie. Oba Liverpool no and shut down farmer. But Enra what did the commentator and the friend a space invader. We're making sure says see an penalty box no baby a jina ebo penalty shot no e ho ana zobo sliding in komo ano dini juma it individual players now were improving no she Gravenberg obi be kasa na Gravenberg e pra itina no nya bimbo Gravenberg no buy me na no fit no kwa no nya through this level ya yas level ano mo DG league no and na Gravenberg e try no
okay
McAllister a drop e complementing so well more or less there is Conor Bradley on the free bench bar. We Trenton on the free man. You don't see any big difference. You are looking at Zoboslai, who is eating spaces up. Or Kodigapo, who has become the master of the far post. Yeah, Bobo and another Nitia Pimatum. Luis Diaz is fighting like an animal in this Liverpool team. And Salah double up in the numbers. Yeah, one good coaches some other teams more best players in the team form. But where about team nim Ama Mohamed Salah. Se see an performance so apija. Oh, catch the team when ye. And on your good